Hi and welcome to Valuation in Under 5 Minutes. Today we have AMD came out with their analyst day. So we're going to go through the AMD stock and I'm actually going to compare this one with their biggest competitor, who is the biggest competitor is Intel. I would say Intel is already well established. So one thing I would like to say about these growth stocks, which AMD is that their profit margins are not well established. A lot of them are even like losing cash. They're not making profits, so it's very hard to get a price with a growth stock. So what you want to do is you want to compare it to a similar company in its industry that is well established. So in AMD's case, that's Intel. I'm going to compare the AMD stock to Intel. Let's have a quick look at the AMD stock. This is going to be fast and quick because we're doing two stocks in one. So growth I got for AMD. AMD over the last it's growing. Do you know what I like about it recently? They've been firstly cash flow, free cash flow, like cash flow is just like it went from a growth stock to not making any cash, and now it's piling in the cash. Cash is there now. Cash is coming in. They're hitting about a 20% margin for cash flow, which is good. What I like about it is what they're using their cash flow to do is repurchase stock. They're buying back stocks, and they're investing in themselves. Anyway, so I've used the analyst expectations. Here we go. This is a historic data, analyst expectations for the next 5 years, and then 4.2% after that. So that's pretty conservative. What I get is I'm getting a price of $70. That's my buy price. AMD, I think they're currently trading at around $90 to $100 range. My buy price, I'll re-look at this at $70. I do have a few question marks which I will look at, and that is highlighted here. What have they acquired? Sorry, what have they sold off? If they're making money from a cash acquisition, it means that they've sold off something. Investment, again, selling something. Something's gone on. They received cash for something. I'd want to know more about that. It doesn't really change my valuation as this is like them receiving cash. So who cares? We want cash. But what have they sold off? Have they sold off a good amount of their company? So maybe future cash flow might slow down. Anyway, so where I get the other thing that I did in my valuation is I have my profit margins. So 20% is where they are this year. I've actually started their sales from this year, about 14.82. 20% is their profit margin this year. 27% is what analysts are saying, and where I reckon Intel is about at 25%. So now let's just go off to Intel. Let's compare to Intel. We've got growth rates of a much slower growth rates at Intel. That is a well established. The analysts reckon they're much slower. So it's much slower. They're pretty established. Like their profit margins haven't been changing too drastically. 25%. Like they're pretty well on that. Let's just see over the last few years. Here we go. Profit margins. Profit margins are about, look at that, 30, even like between 12, like they hit 12% in their free cash flow. But yeah, 25%, like I'll be safe to say. Anyways, based off all this analyst expectations, and I go 5% for the rest. We are getting a stock price for Intel at $68. This is a stock that's in the buy because I think it's currently selling at about $40. So I am actually going to have a look at this and maybe put down a purchase into this Intel stock. Thank you for watching. I might even sell a put for it. So Intel is in a buy. AMD, it is getting close to the buy range. I'm right now putting a hold on it, but it is treading water with the buy range. It's nearly in buy territory.